What's going on, guys? Welcome back. Madden 18 commentary. Do me a favor, like button, subscribe button, criticism in the comment section, Twitter, Shutdown Safety is my username. Want to give my opinion on the Madden blogs that are coming out tonight, the passing mechanic, the targeted passing being the first one. And to me, I think the problem is when I started reading this, I'll put a link down in the description. You can read it hopefully after the video because kind of a concept I want to follow at the end of this. But to me, when I see things like NFL quarterbacks like Tom Brady have an uncanny ability to throw with precision, the targeted passing feature gives users that same ability with an advanced mechanic that simulates the control with a geographical target. Part of me wonders, is that what the conception of this was? Because if the conception of this was, we need to allow people to throw like Tom Brady, I'm already turned off by it. Because Tom Brady, understand, even as a Colts fan, I can tell you, Tom Brady is the exception. Tom Brady is not the standard. The game needs to be built to the standard of every other quarterback in the NFL that's ranked 5 through 25. That's what we should be playing as. Because if you have the ability for Alex Smith, Joe Flacco, Cam Newton, you name it, to play like Tom Brady, given a set of tools, then to me, the game really has lost a lot of its flair and its independence, and everything's going to start to feel the same. So if we're building for Tom Brady and quarterbacks, I already don't like that mindset. You should not be able to give me any set of tools in the world to pick Jamarcus Russell up out of free agency and play like Tom Brady. If that's what we're doing, then something isn't fundamentally right. So with that said, I'm going to give a breakdown of these and just my thought process on what this is going to do. Step number 1, see the ball exactly where it is going before you throw. I like the idea. I like the concept. I like it a lot better than the target that we've had or the bullseye that we've been given the past few years. And this is going to allow us to apparently lead shallow routes up the field before reaching the sidelines, place the ball in between zones, forcing your receiver to throttle down. The concern I have with that is the way the zones are in Madden, if the defense is going to react as fast as they do now, then any throttling down your receiver does is only going to put you in a tendency to get hit sticked or drop the ball. So I don't know how feasible that's going to be given the current state of gameplay, although I do know they talked about a little bit more of wide receiver and defensive back interactions, but I don't believe that's in zone coverage. The things that we hear every year are repeated here. Lead the ball to where only your receiver can get it. We really should have been able to do that before now. I'm just being honest. Most of the time my receiver can't get it, it's a wild overthrow, or it's a completely inaccurate pass. Not every pass should be accurate by nature, but the ones that are inaccurate in Madden are wildly off by 5 yards. Throw timing routes before the cut or even while your receiver is being pressed. I mean, I don't want to harp back on 2K, but timing routes have historically been a problem in Madden where your receiver just gets hit by the pass. I don't know what putting a target in front of him is going to do that other than just me knowing when it's going to hit him, unless you're telling me the receiver is going to be able to be led a little bit, which I would like. But again, this doesn't say anything about leading. It's a passing mechanic. It's not a wide receiver mechanic. So with that said, I want to read to you, and forgive me for botching this because I don't know this is possible. I'm going to read to you how to use the mechanic, and I want you to just visualize what I'm telling you. Select your primary receiver pre-play. Activate Coach Cam with R2. Press the button of the desired receiver to make him the primary receiver on the play. Step number 2, bring up your target. After the snap, hold L2 and your target will come up as your primary receiver. Step 3, move the target. Use the left stick to move your target. As your target changes, the quarterback will turn and face the receiver. Step 4, switch target to receiver. While holding L2, press the button of a receiver other than the receiver that is currently targeted, and the target will switch to that receiver. Step 4. Or Step 5, I've already lost count. I mean, it's that bad. Throw to the receiver. Press the button of the receiver icon that is displayed. Use the same throw mechanics for lob, touch, or bullet. Neutral target passing. If you release L2, then the target becomes neutral. This allows you to press the button of the desired receiver and throw the ball immediately instead of having to switch to the target then throw. Or you can just simply press L2 again and turn the whole damn thing off, which honestly doesn't seem like that bad of an option at this point. That's a lot of steps to throw a ball in a pocket that should only be lasting 5 seconds at most to begin with, if we're talking about realistic simulation football. to me, again, there's a lot of positives here, but as long as those positives have been built in the same direction, and I take this almost like the Ice the Kicker last year. When the Ice the Kicker came out, I thought to myself, there's no way that a kicker like, say, Sebastian Janikowski or Adam Vinatieri should be able to be iced the same way Caleb Sturgis should be able to be iced, for that matter, or a punter coming in as a kicker should be able to be iced. It should be totally different. You shouldn't be able to do much. But we still had that same fading graphic. We still had that same wonky up and down wheel. And even though it slowed for better kickers, it didn't actually make a lot of difference in those clutch situations. And this, to me, kind of seems like one of those things going down that same path. Love to know your opinions on it. I appreciate you checking it out. I'll be back in the week with more content.